All right, continuing our discussion on solving systems by substitution. So now, what if in your system none of the variables is by itself? All right. So what you need to do is to make sure that one of these expressions, has to be changed into something like x equals something or y equals something. Okay, so your goal when you are doing substitution is that one of the expression has to have the how do you call this, the variable by itself. Now in this case, as you can see, the easiest way to select which of the expressions or which of the equations you will use for the substitution part is that you look at the coefficients and check if any of the variables has a coefficient of 1, meaning no numerical value is right in front of it. Okay, if you see you have 3, you have 4, -2, and no number in here, which is technically a 1. So it means this expression, this second equation here, is to be used. Okay, so in our case, isolate the variable by itself. Okay, so isolate the y. Okay, so that's what we will do. So let's do a side computation over here. So -2x plus y is equal to -3. If we want y to be by itself, we need to get rid of the -2x. So we have to add 2x on both sides. All right, so now this is going to become y is equal to 2x minus 3. Okay, so this expression is just another way of writing this second one. So this is now y is equal to 2x minus 3. This second equation and this equation are just the same. We just did some rearranging. So now, because we have y by itself, so what we will do is we will use the first equation, 3y plus 4x equals 14. The y, this y here, will be replaced by this expression. So let's work on that one to solve for x. Okay, so it was originally 3y plus 4x is equal to 14. Again, this y is now going to change to become the value, which is 2x minus 3. All right, and then we continue with our plus 4x equals 14. So we replace this y. We substituted this y by this expression. So how can we simplify this? Remember, when you are asked to simplify, check if you need to distribute, check if you need to combine like terms. All right, so in our case, we need to do some distribution first. 3 times 2x, that's going to be 6x. 3 times -3, that's -9, and then you will have plus 4x equals 14. Now definitely you can combine some terms here. 6x and positive 4x, that's gonna be 10x minus 9 is equal to 14. All right, and now we have to transfer our minus 9. So we add 9 on both sides. All right, so we will have 10x is equal to 23. Divide both sides by 10. All right, now just be very careful when Math XL is asking you write your answer in fraction or write your answer in decimal form. So just be flexible with that. All right, so in this case, 23 divided by 10, that's going to be a 2.3. That is the value of our x. Are we done? Not yet, because we need to find the value of our y. And how do we do that? Well, we already have this expression over here. It says there y is equal to 2x minus 3. And so what you will do is you will have 2 times the x, which is 2.3, minus 3. This is now going to be 2 times 2.3. That's going to be 4.6 minus 3. And so your y is going to be equal to 1.6. So those are your solutions. X is going to be 2.3 and y is going to be equal to 1.6. Okay, so for the next example, I would like you to try this one on your own. Again, make sure that you look for one of the variable that has no coefficient you isolate that variable so that you can have a substitution expression. Go ahead. All right, so as you can see here, out of the coefficients here, it's only x that doesn't have a numerical coefficient, which is technically a 1. So what we will do is isolate the x. So we will have to transfer the 3y. So minus 3y is minus 7. That's the value of x. So not at all times y will be replaced. It depends on which variable you can have to be standing alone by itself. All right, so in this case our x will be substituted. So if we use the first equation, 6y plus 5x equals 8, this x value will now be replaced by negative 3y minus 7. So do your distribution, combine like terms, y is going to be negative 4.77, and once you have that value, you can put it into this expression so that your x will eventually be 7.31. All right.